All right, recording has started. So, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the in-depth training and strategy call for 10 to Infinity here, Saturday, the 6th of March. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute myself so I don't blow your ears with my sneezing. All right, sorry about that. What we're going to do again today, based on the number of people attending the call, I mean, there is only about 8 of you out there. And again, all of you have been in all the other calls before. You guys know what's going on. So let's go ahead and get started and turn this into, again, a discussion, question and answer. Those sessions are actually pretty good and helpful to other people as they hear us talk, um, about anything that has to do with 10 to Infinity in regards to strategy, recruiting, inviting, piffing, et cetera, et cetera. So, with that said, feel free to unmute yourself. I mean, I have given you access to your mic, and you should be able to unmute and ask questions, etc. Um, so, I see Rick. Go ahead.
Good morning, Victor.
Good
Uh,
morning.
I was having a little challenge with my group in Ghana. Their data packs where they could access Zoom trainings and other live meetings is not a very good connection, so bad internet for Zoom. But we do good on Telegram. And I was hoping to get some insight on exactly what do we need to do in the back office, because we can take a screenshot and show the page and the person can find it. So we're having some good success. Do you have any ideas?
When you say what to do on the back office, what are you referring to?
When they sign up, setting their profile, all of the things we need to do in the back office as a brand new member.
Well, I mean, usually as a brand new member, all that you will have to do is hold on for a second. Let me see if I can. I think I have my screen open. Uh, the problem is that some of the stuff we're not supposed to be showing just
Oh, that's right. Not
because of the fact that there is other people's information in there, etc. So I cannot show you some of the stuff, but what I can do is point you to the direction. Give me a second here. All right, I'm gonna minimize this chat here for a second so I can see what's going on. All right, there we go. Okay, and now let me go ahead and share. What are we? What are we? Okay, here's the one. All right, so you should be seeing my screen now, right?
yes.
Okay. One of the first things that they should do is go here to the profile. Okay, the profile tab, and that's where they will put, information. I mean, load their picture, do all the different things that they need to do. Other than that, the only other thing, depending on how fast they're moving, I mean, are they bringing people in, etc., is the on the organization. No, I'm sorry, not on the organization tab, but on the finance tab. Okay, there is this tab here or this button called automation, and on the automation area, which is we talked about it, I think it was on Tuesday. You got to make sure that everything here is it's turned on and it's green. Also, another clue is the fact that everything here says turned off. That by default is set up that way. Also, make sure that the upgrade level cap is disabled. Now, when somebody's brand spanking new, okay, I will recommend that this will be set either to Infinity 1 or Infinity 2 at the most. Okay. And it's very simple the reason why. Okay. When you're starting, you're basically just bringing people, inviting people into the system. So as they come in and fill out your first hive, okay, they might be doing the same thing. So all that they're going to do, it's probably, okay, depending on how fast they're moving, it's going to take them, days, a week, a little bit more to get to some of the higher infinities. So for you to have this disabled, which means that it's an automatic and that the system will upgrade you to Infinity 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay, you lock it in Infinity 2. So then the system is going to reserve and pay for Infinity 1, $10, and for Infinity 2. Then after that, it will reserve $20. Okay, so that next week, those two Infinity levels can be paid again. All right. That way you're saving money at the beginning that would have been used to pay for Infinity 3, 4, and 5. And you can use that money, okay, either to buy tickets to ride, pay people in, or do whatever you want. To make a distinction here, in the case of when, we get this large database group coming in, the 900,000, etc. Okay. That's when you want to make sure that this is disabled, because you want everything running in automatic. Those people are going to come in so fast and in such large numbers that things are going to happen very quickly. So that's not the time that you want to have to come here and switch it. Okay, you want to do it beforehand, so then that way you don't lose any money. Okay, but that's really and truly all that you have to do. Other than that, they can go, of course, in the calculator. I mean, they can go into the funnel, so they can get their link to send the link of the funnel if they want to use that. And that's all that you really have to do. And of course, like I said, I mean, the profile tab, it's very simple. And there's not much there. I mean, you have to put name and address and, phone number. And I mean, and some other information you put in when you register. So it should be easy to fill out all the information that's necessary there, the way that they want to fill it.
I guess the only other thing that's we can't show in the profile would be their payment of method. So their preferred payment, if they're using Stellar, that's right there. So
Yeah, but I mean, tell you the truth, I haven't taken a penny out of this system yet, so I wouldn't know.
well, they're excited if they could make $10 a week. So
Well, I mean, I understand, and that's a good thing, because the system will do that. But at the same token,
I understand it should grow, and I've told them, no, we're planting a seed. Don't plan to withdraw. I've told them that story. So
okay. All right. Well, thank you.
thank you, Victor.
All right. Who's jumping in next?
Victor, this is Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, so I'm crunching some numbers on building the hive. And so the first person I sign up, let's say it's Steve. And then the two people that Steve signs up are going to go into my 5 and 3 spots, correct? On my hive, right?
It could be 3 and 4. It could be 3 and 5. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what I was trying to get at is, let's say, for example, I buy 4 tickets to ride, and then I personally, my $10. So that's $50. So if I give away the 4 tickets to my group and I build the hive all the way, then I spent 50, but I get a $5 coded for the 5th position that gets filled. It's my understanding that I get $5, right?
No, it gets 10.
And
But it depends, because I mean, like I said, number 1 and 2, and this is on your sponsors hive. I mean, the first hive.
right.
That's going to go away from you. Then you're going to get paid on 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to end up at the end of those 6 with $10. Okay, that's it. Because the first one is going to pay for your Infinity 1, the first $10 you get. The second one, it's going to, the system is going to take the $10 to reserve it for your payment next week, okay, of the Infinity 1.
Right.
The third one is going to be used to put you into your first honey production line, your first HPL,
Right.
and then the fourth payment is yours.
Okay.
And then so you end up with $10 in your wallet plus 2 tickets to ride.
2 tickets to ride. Okay.
So you
So
spend
if I-
50, you got 30 back.
Okay. Got 30 back. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. And then on the calculator, one more thing. So on the Infinity Personals, when I was reading through the PDF that Victoria set up, and So one personal is actually 3 people that's been signed up in the Hive, correct? To get to that infinity personal, it's not just 3 personal sponsored people. It's actually it's 3 people because you got to fill the first 3 spots, and then that puts you into beyond infinity. Nice. Thank you.
Oh, you mean for you're talking about,
Right, right. So the infinity personals, right? That 3, it has 7 coded members. So the way that I read it in the PDF from Victoria was that in order to have one infinity personal, that's actually 3 people that's been signed up.
well, that's because it's not until the third person that you're actually put into Infinity One.
Okay, now to the 3rd person. Okay, right. Okay. All right. So wouldn't that coded members be 9 then? If you got,
No, the coded members, I mean, that can get confusing, okay?
Yeah.
Because coded members is the members that are, I mean, they don't have to be personal. They're going to be in your downline, but it's whoever's been coded for that week to make a payment to you on either Infinity or, the HPL, etc. Okay. That switches, that moves. That's one of the reasons that this is kind of like a shared economy, because I'm not getting paid, for example, just on the personals and what I brought in. I can have, get a commission. Somebody gets coded to me based on what's going on in the system, and that one I cannot explain, because now you're getting into the little pieces of the engine and how some of the things are being done that move from one place to the other. So, for example, I could get paid, or somebody can be coded to me this week that is 3 levels from me.
okay.
Okay. So the coded members doesn't match with how many members, okay, you have in your organization. Like, for example, I have, I don't know, I mean, I think we're over 370 people in my team. I mean, if I were to look, when I go into the code, into the, what is it called here? Hold on for a second. I know there is a place here. My coded view. I don't know if you have had enough people in there and that you have looked at it, that when you click on a picture, it opens up and it gives you the next level and so on and so forth.
Right.
You're not seeing your full team there.
Okay.
Actually, I wrote a ticket to support at the beginning, because I'm like, okay, hold on for a second. I mean, I know for a fact that I put all these people in here, and I clicked on it, and I'm only seeing, this. And the reason for that is because those are the people that are coded to you, for that week, depending on what's happening within the engine. Nothing's being taken away. I mean, you're going to get paid the same way. Everything's the same. But the coding or the codification of people, it's one of the, I guess you call it, the trademarks of the payment system, and why all this thing happened the way it happens. That's kind of the secret sauce that's there. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
but yeah, they don't match the number of people that you have. I mean, it's just, that's not the way it works. I mean, look, in this case, in this scenario, you have 39 people here,
Right.
but there are only 7 coded members to you.
Right.
So,
Okay. Okay. And then the first and second, the first generation, that's when one of my personal enrolled, they have 4 people. So that puts 1 into my first generation, right?
say it again.
Okay, so one of my personally enrolled, say I build their team up and they have 4 people underneath them, then that goes into my first generation, or they have to have the Hive. How does that first generation?
No, your first generation are your personals.
Okay, that's my personals.
All right. So if you bring 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, whatever number you want to bring, that's your first generation. Remember, I mean, you guys, okay, I don't know if you have seen this before, but let me just bring one of my hives here. Just a second. Okay. I don't know if you have figured this out yet. Okay. But all that this is here, it's a 2x2 matrix.
Right.
You understand that, right?
Correct.
I mean, you have people in the top position, 2 people, and then each one of those 2 has 2, which is the 4 positions underneath that.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's how this works. Now, the Hive, it's all that the Hive is a vehicle. You can paint it as a Hive, you can paint it as a matrix, you know, I don't know. I mean, you can do whatever drawing you want. It's the same thing. All right. That's just the vehicle to bring people in. Okay. Beyond Infinity is where, you know, things start happening. And of course, you know, that includes Infinity lines and the HPLs, the honey production lines. That's where the money's at. So anybody that you bring in, to keep it clear in your mind, is your first line. Everybody they bring in is your second line. Everybody those people bring in is your third, so on and so forth to infinity.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, okay. All right, got it.
All right.
All right, thank you, Victor.
Oh, no problem. All right. When you guys ask your question, after you ask the question, just go ahead and mute. And I'm thankful to all of you guys that even though you have your mics open, there's been no noise. So thank you for that. Next person, go ahead.
Hi, Victor. Good morning, Andrea.
Hey, Andrea, how are you?
Okay, I understand a little bit better now with the hives and so forth, because I wanted to ask, I'm in the green area, Infinity One.
Okay.
It says bronze, and I didn't quite understand. There's like a $5 under my name at the top left with the green. It's green and with 5, but none. I see you use. To see you have the red. What's the difference between red and green?
Well, what that means is that if you notice, I have 4 reds.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I have 4 is because at some point, based on how the team was growing, I opened up my infinity lines all the way to the 4th one. So I was basically paying $40 a week.
Okay.
My team was growing. Some of them were doing the same thing. So I was capturing, okay, all the $5 commissions, if you will, and they were not $5, all of them at the beginning, because that's based on your, I don't know what to call it. I mean, I think I call it the metal level. I mean, you can either be a bronze, you know, silver or gold. You're going to get $5 on your directs, okay, as a commission, but the matching commission can be $1.25, $2.50, or $5.
Okay.
Okay. Since all of them were green and I was paying for them, okay, then everything was green and everything was fine and I was getting the commissions. But then as we slowed down, kind of by mistake, if you will, waiting on, okay, we're going to have the 900,000 come in here. We set up the whole team. And then, you know, everything started slowing down for everybody. And it got to a point where the system consumed, okay, the rest of the money that I have. So, you know, this one's turned red. Now, that's not a big deal because, like I said, I mean, once we start moving again and once people start coming in from the 900,000 or people that we bring in ourselves, these things are going to start lighting up like a Christmas tree again.
Okay.
So that's not an issue. I mean, that's almost like, look at it, the red as this is on pause right now.
So do you recommend opening up all those, you know, I saw you were talking about, you can open up the Infinity One all the way down so it can be automatic. I mean, it's already set that way in the back office, but you said go to the next level 2. You were telling someone earlier.
Well, I mean, you can lock it to either 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay. At the beginning, when you're starting, okay. Like for example, I had mine in automatic. Maybe as soon as I came in, I understood. I mean, my whatchamacallit, sponsor Roger explained it to me, so I locked it at number 2. Because here's the thing: everybody knew that I was going to bring in. Will have to bring, you know, 4, 5, 6 of them themselves in order to be okay or make it into the second infinity line. So what was the point of me paying $10 for the Infinity 2 if I don't have anybody underneath me that it's Infinity 2? You're not going to get paid anything.
Okay.
I mean, you only get paid on matching Infinity lines. So people that are Infinity 1, I'm going to get commissions on that, and so on and so forth. So if all the people that I have underneath me are Infinity 1 and I have 4 Infinity opens, all that I'm doing is wasting $30.
Okay. All right. What does it mean when it tells you you have so many days to do something? Because it is 5 days.
Correct, because I just told you the infinity lines, you pay them weekly.
Mhm.
So the moment that you turn, when you go here, when you're on the dashboard and you're
Mhm.
looking at your infinity line and this says here, hey, you got 6 days and
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
All that that's saying is that your infinity line was paid for and turned on a day ago, and you got 6 days before it has to renew again, and $10 is going to come out of your wallet. That's all that that is. It's just kind of a visual for you to know when the renewal it's going to happen.
Okay, so they feel that someone else needs to come in, so they won't come out. Well, how does it come out? Your pocket? How?
No. The money for the infinity line, nothing comes out of pocket.
Mhm.
Okay, it comes out of your wallet.
Okay.
So the way that that money makes it to your wallet is either through a commission from somebody else that you have brought in,
Mhm.
or which basically they're doing the same thing as you, or you cycle your HPL and you got paid $20 on that.
Mhm.
Whichever way that we get paid, that's how the money gets generated, put into your wallet, and then that's the money that the system takes. Also, if you go here to the finance tab,
Mhm.
hold on for a second, let me see here. Uh,
Okay.
well, I mean, this one is not going to show much right now. When you go into your internal wallet, this is a good way, okay, to piece your how the system
How the
works.
system works.
Okay, you see here, for example,
Mhm.
let me see if I find one. See, take a look at this one.
Transfer from reserve.
Correct. The system had reserved money for my HPL because my HPL is open and active.
Okay.
And then notice that the next transaction, okay,
Mhm.
not even a second later, is that
Re-enter.
they're taking the money out to pay for it.
Yeah.
See, then I have a commission here on HPL, for example, from Sunny Days,
Mhm.
in HPL number 4.
Okay.
Okay, that's position number 4, and
Mhm.
it tells you the number of the ID of the HPL, et cetera, et cetera. So then $10 comes in again. So the system say, hey, you have a subscription renewal here. So
Mhm.
notice what happens. Paid Infinity One subscription renewal. So he took $10 from me and paid him out.
Oh, well, a question, so the money that's up there under your name, it doesn't matter, basically, it's just telling you that you have that, you can, what is it, your available fund, that means you can withdraw it, even though that's not enough to withdraw, but you can withdraw it if you want.
Well, up to certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you the explanation on that. Say, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to show you where you find it.
Okay.
That here it will say, hey, you got $70
Mm-hmm.
available funds,
All
right?
right, yeah,
And let's just assume that all these red ones here were green.
okay.
So the system knows that I'm going to have to pay $40 in whatever number of days. So the system has already reserved $40 out of the 70. So when I go to withdraw,
Mm-hmm.
okay, excuse me 1 second, stop. Yeah, she has playmates here today and they're getting rowdy. Anyway, you see there is nothing here because I've never withdrawn anything.
Mm-hmm.
Am I on withdrawal? Yeah. Oh, okay. So nothing lights up yet because there is no money, nothing there. But usually there is something down here, okay, that tells you.
How much you
Here it
can.
is. Hold on. Here it is. Wrong place. All right, here we go. Available. You're gonna have whenever you come here, and let's just say that there was $70 here.
Mm-hmm.
That said, hey, amount in your wallet is $70. Right now it's locked 750. It wouldn't say that. It will say locked 40.
Mm-hmm.
Available for
Oh,
withdrawal
okay.
30.
Okay.
See what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I see. And then how do you withdraw? How, because I have people in a different country would probably would want to know more. And
Well, right this second, the two ways that you can withdraw money from the system are either through Stellar, which is a cryptocurrency, and that should be available to anybody everywhere in the world. Okay, except of course some small country or something where they don't allow for cryptocurrencies to be traded, even though I don't know how they can do that because you're doing it all on the internet. So And then the other way was individually, somebody could send an email to JC and he will send you money on PayPal. But that is not, you know, a method of payment. That was something that he was doing. Okay, that's the reason that we're bringing Ooh La La, and you have heard about that.
I
And
heard
Ooh
it
La
on
La,
Tuesday night. Ooh la la. Yeah.
correct. That's almost ready now. And Ooh La La is basically a global payment system. I mean, they send payments to over, Jesus, I think it's close to 208 countries or something like that. And the way that that's going to work is very simple. Whenever they put the button in here for us or give us the link that we can go to Ooh La La, you will go there, you set up your account. You will have to do KYC, which is banking regulation. It's known as know your customer, where
Mhm.
you're going to have to prove you are who you are.
Right.
Basically, you're going to have to show, you know, your license or your passport. You know, you're going to give them information about your
Whatever
bank account.
country's ID is used.
Correct. And you have to take a picture where your face shows with the ID and things of that nature. I mean, once all that is done and the account is set and everything is, you know, correct, you know, your account's open, then you will buy yourself, you know, the debit card that they have. I think that the debit card is like $5. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Mhm.
But you will immediately will have access to your funds via a virtual card that you could start using and spending online if you want to.
Mhm.
But you also will set up your bank account. So, I mean, if you don't want to use their card or your card or the virtual card,
Mhm.
whenever the money makes it into Ooh La La, you will say, you know, hey, send me this funds to my bank account, and you know, they transfer to your bank account, and that's it.
All right. All right. And so and it's converted to any local currency.
Yes, that is the way that it works exactly.
Okay.
Once it shows up in your bank account, it's going to be whatever currency you have or you use.
Okay. Well, being as a bronze right now, is it recommended to go ahead and lock it at Infinity 2, or because we're planning to get more people?
Well, the bronze has nothing to do with infinity lines.
Okay.
All that the bronze designation or silver or gold designation has to do with is the size of your matching bonus.
Okay.
If you are a bronze, your matching bonus is 25%,
Okay.
which you will see at some point something like this.
Mhm.
Let me show it to you so you can see what it looks like. There was one right there. See, I got
Okay.
an Infinity One matching bonus from Skipper.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's when I was bronze. I mean, you can
Okay.
take a look at here the date. All right, so I got a $1.25. Here's a $5 Infinity One coded commission. See, this
Mhm.
is matching bonus. This is coded commission.
Okay.
Coded commissions are always $5.
Mhm.
Okay, let me find you another one. Here's another one from
And the coded
Skipper.
commissions are people who are coded to you
Correct. Those are the peoples that are coded to you for that week. It
and
could
not
be
necessarily your personal.
well, not necessarily correct. I mean, there could be somebody underneath them that's a pass up for that week.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but that's why I told you, if you come in here,
Mhm.
you can really see, like, look at this point here on December. In a
Mhm.
matter of hours, I had one from Teresa Patrick. And by the way, I don't even know who this person is.
Okay.
This one, Clifford Dillis, I have no earthly idea who she is.
Mhm.
But I got commissions from her. They're under somebody under me.
Mhm.
But I mean, and notice that I got on Clifford Dillis here, I got two. I got one for Infinity One, one for Infinity Two.
So this is like a whole different type of structure what we're used to in network marketing, because you hear of the matrix and this and that and so this is totally different then.
Correct. No, I mean, it is. I mean, this is completely and totally different. That's one of the reasons how we talk about a shared economy. And some people don't get it at the beginning. Once you start diving into the system and understanding how it works, I mean, remember this, okay? Whenever you come in, right? And the first two people you put in, they went to your sponsor, right?
Right.
Okay. So whenever two people down the road, say on your third level, somebody new comes in, the first two people are going to have to go somewhere. If
Mhm.
for whatever reason that qualification doesn't happen for their sponsor, they might end up coming to you.
Mhm.
So that's how that happens. That's why your coded people and your total number of downline are not the same.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, we can just keep on sharing, and it all works out in the end.
Well, no, it's not just a, but whenever you say that, it kind of makes it sound like it's kind of magic. It's just gonna work out. No, no, no. There is actual math behind all this,
Mhm.
and you can see it the way that I just show you. You can go to your internal wallet, and if you examine
Mhm.
from the beginning every single transaction that happened, okay, you will see where the money's coming from, how it's being generated, why did it come to you, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Oh yeah. So the goal is still trying to get at least 10 personal.
Yeah, I mean, I got right now actually 13 by mistake. I mean, I
Okay.
was keeping it at 12, and then, I was talking to somebody, and I quickly gave him my link, and he actually went and signed up before I could tell him, don't use that. I'll give you another link. I was going to give him my daughter's link, so I ended up with 13. At the end of the day, I'm going to get to about 15 and stop. I really don't want any more personals. You don't need them.
Mhm.
For as long as I keep those 15 up and running and help them,
Mhm.
I don't need any more. I want to build this as deep as I can go, because the deeper that you're going, not only are you helping other people make money, but that cements or assures the income of the sponsor line going all the way up to you and beyond you, actually.
All right. I think that's it for right now. Next Saturday we'll see for any more.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks.
All
Hi,
right.
good morning, Victor.
Good morning. Who's speaking?
This is Crispin.
Hey, Crispin, how are you?
Good, good. How you doing?
Great.
Just to commend you guys on the openness of the whole opportunity. You're not afraid to show your back office what's going on there, and that's really good stuff.
All right.
I'm looking at the HPL today. Um, I guess similar to the Infinity 1, 2, 3, you have to be strategic in terms of how you open up your HPLs. So is there like a best time to, engage in different HPLs? Because I see the system will sort of encourage you to do it. But is there a best time to do it?
Well, yes. Let me explain how that works. Okay. The way that the system worked before, I don't know. I mean, Roger could jump in there and say it. I don't even remember when I made the suggestion and we changed it where now it's automatic. Before, the only HPL that was automatic was your first one. Okay.
Mhm,
That's the only one. If you wanted to go into HPL 2, 3, 4, or 5, you literally had to manually go in there and
mhm.
turn it on. Okay. You don't have to do that anymore. So you don't have to worry about that, because the system will do it for you. If you have, for example, your filter, okay, set on that first page that I was showing early, where all the automation happens, the automation tab, if you have it set at 3, the system will automatically, as it opens infinity lines, it will open the corresponding and matching HPL. Okay.
Oh, mhm.
If you have it disabled, then it will do it the same way, but it will not stop until it gets to 5. It will literally light up all of them. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
So then the other thing that, well, I mean, that's how it works. I mean, there is really not a, I mean, to answer
But
your
if it's
question,
asking you to engage, because if you go like a little lower on your page where you see like HPL 1, 2, and 3, in my
Mhm.
case, it will say, please activate. So see, for instance, it's asking you to activate like um, the different
okay,
HPLs going
so
down.
let's make this into a learning for everybody. So
Right,
now
good.
you tell me, who
Mhm.
are the people that fall into your HPL?
The people that fall into my HPL are usually would be my personals.
Mm,
No,
it's true, but not necessary. It could be somebody else.
it could be other people. Okay.
All right, so keep going. But
Oh yeah,
who are
because
they? Who are they? I mean,
it's anybody in
what
my generation.
qualifications? What
Anybody. generation could possibly fall into my HPLs.
But what are the qualifications in order to fall into your HPL?
They would have to qualify to the lesser HPL
No.
or the corresponding HPL.
Correct. The corresponding HPL. So the qualifications are as follows. If somebody falls on my HPL, I know two things about them.
Mhm.
They're Infinity qualified for that HPL, and their HPL has been turned on.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, here on my HPL2, I have, Dennis, that's welcome page, Alicia, and Andy. And here, I think this is Sunny Days. I don't even know who Sunny Days is. I keep seeing that name, and I don't know who that
It's a
is.
good man. It's a good person. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know exactly. I mean, and he has a very good name. All the
Uh-huh.
names of the people on my team are based on fictional characters from sci-fi movies. So,
Oh, okay.
but anyway, the way that the way that this guy here Dennis falls into my HPL too.
Mhm.
Okay, regardless of what it's asking me to do here, is that his Infinity 2 is turned on, and he paid for, or he qualified for the HPL, so his HPL2 turns on. The
Mhm.
moment that happens, he falls in my bucket. Now, how will he fall in my bucket again? Because I have had that situation. There was a time that Dennis was, there's three people here, we're all Dennis, all of them,
Mhm.
because he was putting so many people that he was cycling through his HPLs faster. And every time he completes, say, for example, the moment that this fourth person comes here,
Mhm.
this second HPL, I'm going to fall in HPL2 for my sponsor, Roger. So
Okay.
if I go through this 5 times
Mhm.
very quickly, I'm going to fall 5 times, okay, into his HPL2.
HPL. Mhm.
So I'm going to fill him up one time, and then I'll be the first person the second time. And then notice here that this keeps track of how many times you have cycled an HPL.
Yeah.
See,
And
the first time,
that's the number that's in the green there. So like in your first HPL, you've done it 4 times.
correct. This one was, and tells you the people. See right here.
Mhm.
And notice here on number 3, the third time that I did it, welcome page fell in there twice.
Uh-huh.
So that can happen too.
But while we're there, Victor, do all your HPLs keep functioning so your 1 and 2 will continue to cycle as you go, and that's because you have persons who are HPL1 qualified, so all 2 of them will keep cycling.
Exactly.
Oh,
See, now you're starting to understand. That's why,
yeah. Mhm.
many people think that the Beyond Infinity, the Infinity Lines is where the money's at. No, it's not. Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, whenever I got a bunch of people, of course, I'm going to get a ton of $5 commissions and things, depending on who's coded to me or who's not. All
Okay.
right. And $1.25 here, or basically if you're gold, another $5, a bunch of $5. But I want you to understand this. This is really where the money's at in this system.
Yeah.
Okay. You have 5 of these things. You're gonna get $20 on the first one, 40 on the second one, 60 on the third one, 80 and $100. As soon as you have enough people in your system where people are cycling through all 5 of them
Mhm.
at the beginning, I mean, remember, for one of them to fall on your HPL, that means that they cycled or started their own HPL of the same number.
Mhm.
Correct?
Yeah. Mhm.
So here's the reason why you want to help your team. Because if I keep helping Dennis, okay, say Dennis has 3 or 4 layers of people, levels, okay,
Mhm.
and I'm helping people in his 3rd and 4th level, all that's doing, it's helping him cycle through his HPLs, which is going to make him cycle through mine faster.
Okay.
All right. So once I have all 5 of this ones lit up, okay, imagine, like I said before, you're going to start at the beginning. It's going to be, you're going to cycle, for example, HPL1 a couple of times and the other ones once. So you're cycling them once a week. Well, that's a total of $300 plus 15 tickets to ride. All right. Imagine the point when we have this 900,000 come in and they're bringing 4 and we're paying for them. And, the other societies coming in and they're getting ready to put 15,000 and then they're going to put 25,000 more, so on and so forth. All those people underneath you, that's why you want to help them and pay for them and everything else. They're going to start cycling their own HPLs, which means that they're going to fall in their sponsors' HPLs, and they're going to in turn fill their HPLs and fall in the sponsor's HPL, and it's going to come all the way to me, and it's going to go all the way to my sponsor and to his sponsor, et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
That's where the depth comes into play. And that's why I say that the depth, okay, cements, okay, your income. It's
Mhm.
going to come to a point here pretty soon where these 5 HPLs are going to be cycling multiple times a week, 4, 5, 6 times a week. And then it's going to come a point, I don't know how long it's going to take, depending on how good we do with all these people coming in, where my HPLs are cycling multiple times daily. Now
Yeah.
imagine this. Imagine that you're cycling this 5 HPLs twice a day. That's $600 a day,
Mhm.
plus 30 tickets to ride
Yeah.
a day.
That's
You get
humongous.
that?
I know. But so then basically you don't need to worry about activating. Once people under you have activated and you're going to benefit, it's going to automatically hit the HPL, corresponding HPL.
Correct. Once they're doing what they need to do and bringing people and helping them, etc., they're going to start cycling, and they just automatically, the moment that you have the 4th person here,
Uh-huh.
all right, this $10 that gets generated here pays for the renewal.
Uh-huh.
Okay, recycles this and makes me fall into my sponsor Rogers HPL too.
HPL. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because I noticed in my wife's situation, she has someone that showed up in her second HPL, and that person is like maybe 2 or 3 down in her organization.
Yeah, I mean, that can happen.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have this person here, Sunny Days, that, I mean, I know they belong to somebody. I just don't know who
Right.
now. But yeah,
Okay.
it happens that way. So you got it now?
Yeah, that's pretty clear for me.
Awesome.
Step by step. Thanks, man.
All right. Bill Matthews, go ahead. Let's
Hello?
see. There you go. Who's this?
This is Roman.
I'm trying to find your mic here. I don't see it, but go ahead, Roman.
Okay. I have under me, I'm new for a week and a half. I almost have 9, 11 people under me.
That's good.
And thank you. But I'm from Ethiopia. When I told them for my family, it's very exciting to understand. I'm just trying to study. That's why I would love to be every time on Saturday. So maybe 50 people there waiting for me. I said, wait, I don't know how do they pay you, how, but I have to wait. And so my card, they pay me Ethiopian money. If I pay, is that legal? Like for them to $10? My friend, she told me to ask too. She's under me, and she said she has almost 50 people. She's gonna pay $10. So they're gonna put at the bank, her bank, $10 with Ethiopian currency. Is that possible?
Okay. I'm trying to understand here. You're in Ethiopia, right?
I'm here, United States, but we.
Oh, you're in, okay.
Yeah. We are
But what?
putting-
Okay, so you have you're talking about paying for other people with your bank card?
Yeah, and then they're gonna pay me $10 of Ethiopian currency over there.
Oh, okay. And how are you going to get that money?
I have bank. I always go to Ethiopia there.
Oh, okay. So, well, I mean, and then they're going to give you the equivalent of 10 American dollars in Ethiopian.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, what's the problem with that?
Wonderful. Other question. So when it's going to be ready, Ethiopian currency to, if she have that much people, I'm going to have more people there. We're going to work together. We're going to go there. So it's going to be really nice group. But how do they get paid from the card?
You're talking about the card that's going to come with Ooh La La?
Yes.
They can use that. I mean, I'm sure they have debit cards in Ethiopia,
They do.
right?
Of course they do.
All right. Of course. They're going to work exactly the same way.
Really? Their bank? They go to the bank, a commercial bank, they can get the money?
You can go to the bank, you can go to an ATM, you can use it at a grocery store. It's a debit card.
Ethiopia, they can use it.
Anybody can use it, correct?
Oh my God. Okay. That's a question. Okay. For very quick question, you're very good explanation for us today. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Really. This, the lady, she was talking, HPL, what's that? That included to infinity? Which one's better to make money?
All of them are good to make money. That's where the money's
Of
generated.
course, yeah, of course.
There
Because
is
I have
no
a lot of people after this. If I have to
there is
understand.
not a better or worse. I mean, they're all just five of the same, but notice the amounts for each. The first one pays you $20. Second one pays you $20 each position. The third one 30, 40, and 50. So if we're gonna say one of them was better, I will say the better one will be the 50, because you're getting more money, more tickets to ride. But really and truly, you want all of them working, and you're not gonna be able to control that, because basically, as people are advancing in the system and they're inviting people themselves and they're growing, this is all automatic. So they're going to start falling into the HPLs. That's part of the compensation plan. That's part of the Beyond Infinity plan. So when they're Infinity qualified, they're going to start getting, their coded commissions of $5 for every person, etc. They're also going to start getting the matching bonuses, okay, of depending if they're bronze, silver, or gold, either 125, 250, or $5. And then as the people fall on the HPLs, every time that one of them falls in there, this position pays $10. This position gives you a ticket to ride. This one gives you $10. And this one pays for the renewal of this. So that's another advantage on the HPLs, is that the HPLs are self-renewable. Okay, you don't have to pay for this on a weekly basis or anything like that. The only thing you have to pay once everything gets going, it's on a weekly basis, is your Infinity lines. The Infinity lines cost $10 a week. That's why the system reserves money. Okay, and does that for you automatically. You don't have to pay. Actually, there is not a mechanism in here. There is nothing in here where you can bring new money, okay, to pay for any of this or to pay for Infinity lines. You can't do it. You cannot do it. It has to be done through the system by the means of growing your team.
Oh.
So when we tell people you can build a business with $10, it's a true statement. Not like other companies that you have to keep bringing money in, etc., in order to keep your thing going. So no, that doesn't exist here. The only thing that you can buy outside of paying your $10 to get in, okay, is the tickets to ride. If you want to buy some of those, and you can buy them on groups of 4. That's it.
So I have to qualify to be gold, this kind of thing. Okay.
Yep.
Can I say something, Victor?
Yes, go ahead.
Just to give a point of clarification, if we, hold on 1 second, please. The whole process here as a gas tank, when we fill up the hives, it's not necessary to really understand where all the gas goes. But if we really want clarification, and you said this over and over again, think of the hives as a gas tank, and the infinities are filled to combust the program. And if you want to know the details of where the gas is going, just look at the internal wallet and it'll tell you where every dollar is going. That's all I was going to say. You've done an incredible job of explaining this. But to understand the intricate details of how your car works, the average citizen is not going to be able to do that. But we know that when you put gas in it and you fill up your gas tank, as long as that car has got a tank of gas, it's going to go faster and faster and faster. And in this program, if we want to know the details of where the money is going, all we have to do is look at that internal wallet and just continue to fill up the gas tank with new people. And the deeper we go, the faster the car runs and the more money we make. That's all I want.
That's a good analogy, but also it should give you the idea to talk a little bit of strategy. Why do you want to pay for other people? Okay, why do you want to help others make money and piff them in and pay it forward to them? The reason you want to do that, see, there was somebody that told me, well, so if I'm going to pay for somebody, I put them direct to me. And I'm like, no. Okay, if you keep putting directs to you, now that you understand kind of the structure, like I told you earlier, Okay, if you say that you can bring 500 people, okay, that you have 500 of your friends that just called you and said, we're ready to come in, and you put those 500 people, all of them, direct to you, okay, how much money are you going to make?
Uh-uh.
You're going to make a bunch of $5 commissions, right? Because I mean, as they open their hives, etc., they're going to fall on your thing, and you're going to get $5 and $5 and $10 from the position 1 and 2. So you're going to make all that money. Now that the $500 have been placed and they're all direct to you, how many infinity lines are you going to make money on? Right? How many HPLs do you think that you're going to have open? And by the way, that's not the correct question. Even better, how much money are they making if they're not bringing anybody yet? Not much. Now, think of the same 500 people. And out of the 500 people, okay, you take 10. So that makes you a gold. And you got only 10 out of the 500. I know that they're yours, and I know that you found them. But watch what happens. You take the first 10 for you, all right? Now, those 10 people, if they're going to do the same thing as you, say that you put 6 of those 500 under each one of them. All right, so that's another 60 people. But now they got 6 people of their own. And then you take, all those people you put in there, 60 people. And how much is that? Let me see if we have enough here. 60 times 6, that's 360 more. You're going to put 360 people under those 60. Now, everybody in one way or another is making money except the last 360 because they just came in. And now you have literally, okay, given the gas to using the same, analogy that Ron was using, that Dr. Ron was using, okay, to the system. Because now people you're going to start getting, the matching commissions, and they're going to start opening infinity lines on the second level. And those people, HPLs, and those people are going to follow on your HPLs. Now you got the engine running. You see what I'm saying? That this is not a system where you need directs, where you want to go wide. You don't want to do that. Okay, so if I have a bunch of tickets to ride, the first place that I'm going to go is to the bottom of my team. Okay, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to help those people that just came in. I'm going to tell them, hey, and we have done that already. I think my team's up to 5 levels deep. I can go down there and say, bring 4 or 5 or 6 of your friends. Okay, I'll pay for them. Which, by the way, probably their sponsor could pay for it, but I don't care. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to help everybody underneath me, okay, to put people in and pay for them. Why? Well, number one, I have tickets to ride, okay? And there is nothing you can do with them other than pay somebody in. So why waste them? Why just let them sit there? For as long as you're using a ticket to ride on somebody underneath you, it's being well used. Okay, that's why this is a shared economy. You're helping other people make money, and the more you help the bottom, the more that it solidifies your income on the top. It's that simple. And the deeper that it goes, I mean, it's going to come to a point that I'm going to have 10 levels deep worth of people. Well, at that point, I don't have to even worry anymore, okay, as to, is my money going to keep coming in? Because, I mean, I don't think it takes but maybe 5 or 6 levels to really solidify the income. Actually, probably less. What the depth is going to do is create speed into how many times my HPL cycle, et cetera, et cetera. See what I'm saying? That's how this works. Is that, kind of simplistic way of explaining it, but that's really how it works. That's all you have to do. Does that answer your question, Roman?
Huh?
Does that answer your question?
Yes, you did.
All right, perfect.
Thank you so much. It's very interesting. I'm really excited.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to mute you so we don't get noise on the line. Daryl, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm new somewhat. You talk about filling the generations deep. Where do you find usernames for people that are 3, 4, 5 generations deep? I know we have access to our personals, but is there some place in the system we can locate those people?
Well, it is kind of complicated, and that's actually something that I have asked JC to see if we can make a system change. Okay.
Right.
And he has been very gracious as to, listening to me when I made the changes for the compensation plan and other things, but this one needs to be there.
Okay.
If you go to, where is it? My coded view. Okay.
Mhm.
This is where, like I said, I mean, you can see your team. Let me do this 1 second so I can get back in. Oops. Hold on. Let me retype it. I think I made a mistake. Fat fingers. All right. What? I told you, I thought I'd made a mistake. Oh, cap locks is on. That's what it was. Sorry about that. All right. So if I go to my, where is it? My coded view, there are times in your coded view where you can see, all the people. Actually, hold on for a second. I know a way. Maybe. It's probably not going to let me do it right now. But here's where you could see it. You see you clicking here, and then you start seeing people. But the problem is that the only people you're going to see here are your people that are coded to you.
Okay.
Okay. I want to have something like this for my downline where I can just see my downline, not to do anything else. So that way you can figure it out. But there is, give me a second here. Let me see if it lets me do it. I think it's not going to let me do it because there is no, all right. You see this here, Tony Montana. That was a test that I was doing. So I'm going to put place and pay. Okay. Now this one probably is going to work. So this is the place where you can actually recruit somebody. They fall in your holding tank and you place them under somebody in your downline. Now, here's the problem with that though. If you do that, that person is still yours. They're personal to you. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So that kind of defeats the purpose, but look at what happens. All right. So here's my first line. All right.
Okay.
Oh, crap. Hold on. No. I don't want to close. I want to go back. I did the wrong thing. So this is my person skipper. So we're up to level 2. I don't know who this person is, but
Okay. Well, that's a way to do it. Sure.
see, I can go there and see everybody. When you hover over somebody, it'll tell you who they are, and so on and so forth. Now,
Nice.
some of these ones don't light up, but that's how you get it. That's how you can go see
Okay.
all those people.
All right. Good deal.
Yep.
Okay. So thank you for that. Now, is there a benefit to them greater if I was to go to their referral link and click it and sign somebody up for them in their referral link as opposed to place and pay?
Exactly. That's what the paying it forward it's all about. You see, this is what I just explained. If I go to the place and play, if I give them my link, right, and they fall in my holding tank and I go and place them under whoever, I mean, skipper, for example, and I pay for them, okay, they're going to fill out a spot in skipper's hive, which could be spot 3, 4, or 5, and they get $10 out of it. But the moment that happens, that's it. That's all the money that skipper will ever see from this person.
Okay.
Because that person belongs to me. So I didn't do any favors to her.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Whereas if I use her link, now I have given that person to her. That person's going to follow her for the rest of the time she's in here. So every time skipper makes money, she's going to follow my deal and I'm going to make money.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you for that.
Hey, no
Okay.
problem.
Number 3, we talk about large databases. How is that actually presented to us, a group or a society like he was talking about on Thursday night? Is it presented as a source of income for the members of that group and they participate with the $10 just like everybody else?
Yes, I mean, they're basically being presented this as a business, which it is. Okay, and the fact that it's something with a low entry point of only $10,
Okay.
and then also explaining to them the amount of money, okay, that they can make
Uh-huh.
by just bringing the whole society in
Okay.
and other people so on.
Okay, so it's a way to present an income producing for the society, and that's really the draw to get probably them interested, I'm sure.
Yep.
Okay, good deal. Number 4, real quick, when a large database comes in, such as the 900,000 that we keep talking about, it will populate all the vacant hives, oldest first and then back. And JC said that with 25,000, we would probably fill all of the open hives currently. So when those are all filled, does a new hive automatically open and fill again for the
No,
person?
no. The way that it works is whenever the large database comes in, and this basically works the same way if you're bringing people personally, okay?
Okay.
But the way that it's going to work with the monumental machine, I can't even say that right now, is this. The system is going to go and look, okay, for which one is the oldest hive. And let's just say that yours is the oldest hive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that hive you have there is only one person in it. There's one
Mhm.
person in position number 1. That's it.
Yes.
All right. The system is going to take the next 5 people and fill that hive completely.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, since the hive is filled, it goes away. Let's just assume that that was your 3rd hive.
Okay.
Okay, so now a 4th one opens up because those are automatic, right? So now you have another hive that it's empty, that is number 4. But the system is going to look now for the oldest hive again.
Okay.
And let's just say that the next oldest hive is Rogers, and there is 3 people in there. So the system's going to put 3 people, fill it in, move on, and keep doing that. At some point, as we're doing this, the 4th hive that opened up for you, remember?
Mm-hmm.
That'll become the oldest hive again.
Okay.
And now 6 people will fall in there.
Okay.
And that's
So
going to happen again because you're going to open automatically number 5. Okay. And then he's going to go through everybody again,
Okay.
oldest to newest. And it'll come to a point that your 5th hive is the oldest. And then
Oh.
it'll get filled up again.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay.
Not
that's
only
great.
that, but you also have to consider that some of the people coming in, some of those 900,000 that are being put in, their hives are going to start becoming the oldest.
Okay.
Plus the fact that within 1 or 2 passes, all of our hives are filled. So they're going to get a brunt of the people under them, which is actually good. We want them to have as many as we can because all that is supporting our income.
Right. Okay. Great. I appreciate that explanation.
All right.
Last question. I'll be done. Okay. So a guy on my team brought this up. We talk about building deep, and the strategy in the back office is to get your first 4 and help them get 4 and work with a vertical growth rather than horizontal. But with these people coming in, would it make sense to get as many new people as you could so you had a lot of open hives that needed to be filled with this influx of people? What are your thoughts on that?
No, it's still the same. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that, say, for example, you're doing the 4, 4, and 4 that it's on the PDF that Victoria created, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you do 4, you bring 4 people, and then, you have 1 hive open, right? Because you have put 4 in there only up to this
Okay.
point, and you help them. Let's just say 6. So we use the number. Hold on for a second. Somebody's shuffling paper here, and I can keep hearing it. All right, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. The 4 that you brought in, you help them get 4.
Yes.
Right. So now we're up to 4. That's 16 people underneath them. Now we're going to help those 16 get 4 each.
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to become whatever, 24. So that's 64 people or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And then we're going to help them get 4 people each.
Mhm.
You do the math. You got over 100 and some freaking people in there, and all of them have at least, okay, 4 hives that need to be filled up.
Mhm.
That's not a good thing. I mean, instead of you bringing all those people direct to you, it makes no difference. The number of hives is going to
Okay.
be the same.
Okay,
It's all the same. And if you keep true to building depth instead of width,
yes,
then you're gonna it's gonna work out fine.
okay, all right, thank you. Appreciate
Yep.
those explanations.
And no problem. All right. So let's see. I have Andrea. David has his hand up, but David, I don't even have a button for you to be able to click to get you to come in here. But Andrea, you have your hand up. Go ahead and ask your question again. Oh, Bill. Bill, can you talk? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Is that Bill?
No, here's Andrea.
Oh, Andrea, go ahead.
Quickly, okay, with the system that you're, the monumental, okay, what monumentic, whatever. With those people in your hives, will you be getting paid on those group if they're not personally yours?
Yes. Yes, you are. You see, that's one of the changes we made. The way that it worked before,
Mhm.
the system or the company was going to use our hives, okay, to place those people from the big team, and you were going to get paid on the ones that fell on your money positions, position 3, 4, 5, and 6. Kind of like when you place somebody on somebody else's hive.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
mhm.
So that was all the money you were going to see. The change that we made, okay, was that when those people fall in your hive now, they're not your personals because they still belong to the society, but you have what's called placement ownership. So
Okay.
those people will be in your hives and they will be following you from that moment they come in until you get out of here. Okay, they'll be following you on the HPLs and everything else. The only thing that we're giving up for that, in order for that to happen, okay, so that you get the advantage of them following you and making commissions on them, okay, is that the matching commissions you will not get. The matching commissions are that 125, 250, and $5. That's going to go to the people that brought them, the real sponsor
Mhm.
of them.
Okay, that's fair.
Of course, it's fair. I mean, you're going to be making a ton of money in the HVLs, and
Mhm.
what do I care about the
Exactly. What we
125?
care, exactly.
Makes no
So, hey,
difference.
we have to get busy to get our people in. All right. Sounds
Exactly.
good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
I can hear some. Is that Bill?
Yeah.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, my question, I don't know how relevant this is to this discussion, but my sponsor Dennis, I don't know if he's in your downline or Dennis Gibson, but anyway, he had a few months ago. He had me to bring in some people into my hives who I don't even know, and actually one of them was a dead person. And I never asked these people if they wanted to come in to my hive. So I wondered if I should keep them there because they have no knowledge of having been placed in my hive.
No, I mean, do they show up on your personally enrolled?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically he gave them to you. Why would you want him out?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they're people that I made up. The people that I put in there, I made them up from their past acquaintances, they're celebrities, they're political figures, and
Okay, I'm going to assume that I didn't hear that. All right, because here's the deal. Okay, I have put people in the system that basically I told them what I was doing, but if you're inventing people and putting people in there for the heck of it,
yeah.
those accounts are going to have to belong to somebody at some point. Because if not, if they don't belong to somebody, who's going to work those accounts?
Well, I mean, all of them, none of them know that they've been put in.
Okay, if you're doing it as a surprise because you want to give them a gift or whatever, I mean, that's fine. But at some point, you're going to have to tell them and give it to them, because if not, that's a fallacy. For example, I had one of my people that told me he was going to do that, and I told him not do it. Because if you start putting people in the system that, I mean, they're extra accounts, placeholders, whatever you want to call it. If you're not planning on giving those accounts to somebody, you're just doing it because you want to have more accounts. Okay, that's not going to do anything for you, because guess what? Instead of now having to work your account, you're going to have to work 10, 15 different accounts. And if this is hard enough to work as your account, imagine if you have to do 15 of them. It's not a good thing. It will get confusing, and it will mess up everything. Plus the fact that, I mean, you have heard JC say it in other calls. Okay, don't slam people in here. Let them know. I mean, I have done that. I have told people, hey, I'm putting you on something. I'm not putting your email in there. I'm going to put mine. So I leave you alone, and that's it. And whenever something happens, I'll turn it over to you, and you'll know what's going on and how much money it's in there. Like I've done with my kids and, you know, my wife, et cetera, et cetera. They know, okay, but they're not seeing anything because I want to wait to surprise them when the account is ready. And at that point, I just hand it to them. But I mean, I have literally used their name and, you know, everything. The only thing that's different, that's not theirs, if you will, is the email address. And that can be changed at some point in the future. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend, you know, just inventing people, because at some point, whoever, I mean, that's an account, but it's going to have to be worked. And if it's not worked and there's no invitations or anything, then it's going to come to a point that's going to, you know, fluck out. And then not only that, but once that account is active, okay, and it's working, let's say the 900,000 come in and the thing starts making money, and you're going to have to go and you know, subscribe, or that account is going to have to go and subscribe to Ulala in order to get paid. So if it's an invented account, how in the heck are you going to be able to know your customer? You won't be able to.
KYC, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I did invent all of them, really. And,
Okay. No, what I'm saying is that even if they were done that way to start with, find people. Okay, just find friends, somebody, family members, whatever you want, and tell them, hey, I created this account and I want to give it to you. I want to gift it to you. And then when you do that, you know, you can give them the credentials so they can go in the back office and they can change the name and, you know, do the things they need to do. And now it's fine. I mean, the account belongs to an actual person. So that'll be okay.
well, all right. All right. Another question I have is I think the last fellow that was asking questions said something about the 900,000, when the 900,000 come into the
Oh. Hold on. Go ahead, Bill. I mean, David.
Yes,
There you
can
go.
you hear me?
No. Hold on for a second. Where did Bill go? Bill, where's Bill? I know, David, you're still there, right?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, give me a second,
Sure.
because Bill was in the middle of his question, but now I don't see him anywhere. Oh, Bill, you're down here. Hold on. What happened? I'm trying to find. Okay, Bill, are you there? Okay, go ahead, Bill.
Victor, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bill. Bill. Hello. Okay, I'm going to mute it for right now. David, go ahead.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, a couple of quick questions. As far as when you and Victoria were talking the strategy about getting 4 and helping other people get 4.
Correct.
Well, the hives are like, you know, to fill up a hive, you need 6 people.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you know where I'm going with this.
Okay, well, let me explain to you why it was done that way, if you will. Victoria, I mean, by doing 4, okay, basically you're hitting the first level of the metals, bronze, okay, and then you help everybody else. And I mean, there is an amount of income that comes in. If you look at the averages in the industry, okay, any one person usually has an average of, in the whole industry, of 2.7 recruits. So by doing 4, okay, you're kind of above the average, but you're getting things started. I mean, that doesn't mean that you cannot put 4 more or the other 2. Now that is basically to explain and how to do it a little bit faster by putting 4, and then you go help them get 4 and so on. You know, you can do it with 6. You can do 6 that get 6 that get 6, you know, 4 levels deep. Still the same thing. Okay. I've said this in other calls. I mean, and you know, there is people here that can attest to that. I said the heck with 4 and a heck with 6. I'm going with 12. Okay. I'm going to go
Right.
goal straight up. Okay. And then I'm going to help my people do the same thing. Now, some of them did. I mean, like, for example, I mean, I got several people, Dennis, Alicia, I mean, Michael. I mean, I got several people that they went and got 12 themselves. Then there were others, okay, that they could find just 8. Okay, fine. You found 8. Let me give you 4. Now they got 12. Okay. I
Right.
just, people that I knew, I just gave them to them, used their link and put them under them. And now the people that they have underneath them, that's where kind of we stopped. I mean, I know I have 5 levels, but I mean, on my 5th level, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember what it is, but I think there is like 10 people, 11 people total. I mean, that level is going to be the big one later, but right now there is not that many people. That's where we're concentrating on. That's where we stopped, if you will, is that now that I have my, you know, my personals 12 and I help my personals get 12, now we're working on the next layer and helping those people in the next layer get 12. And then we'll keep doing the same thing over and over, going downhill. But here's the cool part. Whenever we go past, every time that I go past a level, that level becomes the helper as well. Because, like, for example, I help my first line get 12. Now, in between my tickets to ride and theirs, we're going to help my second level. See what I'm saying? Which is their first level. Now I have money that I can use to help them, and they have tickets to ride themselves. So once we fill that one up, now we got 3 layers of people that have tickets to ride that can help the 4th layer. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So every time that you help one layer, they'll become part of the people that are the benefactors. Let's call them that are paying people down. And same thing with my, you know, sponsor. Okay. You know, I can tell my sponsor, hey, you got some tickets to ride. I need, you know, and then actually he's done that. So, you know, and
Right.
that's the way we work it. So,
Right. Okay. I was just kind of hung up on that because I know you figure.
no,
you
there
need
is no
6 people.
reason. I mean, there is some people that will feel comfortable doing 4. As a matter of fact, I've said that before. Some people, but you kind of hit the nail in the head. Why you know, am I going to put 4 if this thing takes 6?
Right.
So just do 6. Do 6 that get 6 that get 6 4 times, and now we're there. At least everybody's feeling a hive every time that happens, and you're
Right.
generating tickets to ride.
Exactly.
But I mean, it works the same way with 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever it is. It works the same way.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Also, yeah. Also on the when you're showing the on the I almost forgot what it was called.
That's all right. Take your
page-
time.
Yeah, the page where you know you turn on and off those.
Oh, the automation page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
actually right here. It's under finance and then automation. Oh, this is gonna be.
Right.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Okay. Now underneath where
this one.
yeah, where it says upgrade level cap on your screen,
Yeah,
I don't have that.
that's
I don't know.
because you don't have anybody underneath you. Okay, so or
Okay.
you might have some people underneath you, but you're not Infinity One yet.
Oh, so that's for.
Correct. Once you become Infinity One, then this lights up. See what I'm
Okay.
saying? I mean, if you don't have it, that means either you don't have a single person in, or maybe you have only 2 people. So it's one of those 2. Because if you had 3, you will be Infinity One. So
Okay,
either
and
you
then
have
we'll
only
get-
2 people under you, or you have nobody under you, or 1. So, but it'll come
Okay.
on, and whenever it lights up, it'll be set to disable. So, like I explained that before, leave it alone for right now. Because I mean, chances are it's not like you're going to bring, 300 people all at once and, money's going to be consumed. So, and when the 900,000 and so on in the big databases come in, you want that thing set to disable because that means the whole system is working in automatic. By the way, I have talked to JC, so you guys know, I'll give you the news since you guys are my Saturday people here. One of the things that we're getting ready to fix as well is that because of the one gift and everything else and the way that that's going to work, everything's going to be filtered through 10 to infinity first, if you will. I mean, that's the way that it needs to happen. But I also made a suggestion, which will be, I mean, everything in the system is automatic. So why not really and truly make it automatic all the way, right? So one of the things we're going to do is that when somebody, there's going to be here on this screen something, I don't know how he's going to do it, that's going to say, hey, please automate, I don't know, let's just say it says automatic holding tank, and it's enabled or disabled. You can turn it on and off. But what's going to happen is, okay, that whenever somebody falls in my holding tank, right, let's just say Tony Montana here, which I hope, we asked, I also told them that we need to have the ability to delete records from our holding tank, because right now, the way it works, I can't take them out. So, I mean, this was just a test. I just wanted to see how that was working, because this person came from my funnel. I used the funnel and I couldn't come up with it, and I just came up with Tony Montana, put him in there, and then the thing worked, but now I can get rid of him. So I told them, you need to put a button in here that says, hey, I need to delete this person because he was a test. But the way it's going to work when the automation of the holding tank happens is that, say, for example, David, I recruit you and you fall in my holding tank. And if my button for holding tank is an automatic, the system immediately is going to go and look and say, hey, does Victor have tickets to ride? And the system's going to respond, well, yes. I mean, he has 5. Okay. It's going to take one of those tickets to ride and pay for you automatically without me even having to get involved. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Now,
Okay.
that's pretty cool, because now
Yeah.
the system is really automatic. I mean, you won't even have to touch it. Now, the problem with me on that is that that's going to be useful for people when they're starting. But like me, I probably will not put more people direct to me other than maybe a couple more. That's it. Other than that, I'm not planning on ever using my link again. Never.
Right.
Sincerely. I
Right.
mean, I'm just going to, keep feeling that bottom up.
Right.
So that's what's coming, and that's how it works.
Okay, so that in your holding tank, is that mainly with that? I guess they were talking about the placement tool.
Yeah, correct. I
That's it.
mean, this is the placement
That's-
tool right here. Yeah.
Right. That's for the holding tank.
Yeah, correct. That's where you see it. Basically, the placement tool, what it allows you to do, which goes against the grain of what we want to do here at 10 to Infinity. That's why, when they say that we're going to do that, I mean, that's a good thing. You can do it.
Oh,
But, and you can help others that way. But I find it that it's kind of like an Indian giver. Yeah, I'm giving you somebody and putting them there so you make $10, and that's ever all the money you're going to make on them. And then after that,
Right.
I'm going to keep making the money. So, what's the point? I know everybody's links. I have everybody's link, and then I can send their link. And, when somebody comes into their hive, it's theirs. As a matter of fact,
Right.
we're planning on doing a test right now with my team, including my sponsor and so on, where we're going to be acquiring, some names, lists, signups, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to put them through a splash page. Basically explain to them what we do, how we do it pretty quick, maybe a little video there, and let them know that this is a $10 program. And if they even have a hard time doing that, we can pay it for them. All right. So we should have some success with that. And when they fall, see, I couldn't throw them in here, because if they fall in my holding tank, I'm screwed. I cannot, but put them under me as a direct. So we decided to do it outside of the system, where we're going to have a holding tank, and then we decide what link really to give them. So once they're there, we say, okay, use this link, and that'll be the link for Skipper, or use this link and that'll be the link for somebody else, so on and so forth. That's another change that I'm trying to see if JC is willing to make as well, which is when somebody falls in the holding tank, don't allow me to just place and pay. Put another button right here that says give away.
Right.
So then I can just
Right.
click that freaking button. All right. And whoever I put them under is theirs. It's not mine.
Right.
That will be
Yeah, that's what I
amazing.
was wondering. Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Thanks a lot.
Sounds good. No problem. All right. Let's see here. I don't see anybody else phones lit up or open. So, and we're really past, actually another hour and a half call, which is not a bad thing. Alvin, you opened up and somebody else opened up. So let's hear the questions. We got another 4 or 5 minutes.
This is Alvin here.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to know, will these calls be available for an archive or something?
Oh, yes, they are. As a matter of fact, as soon as I finish the call and I click stop, Victoria will probably go into the back office of Zoom, grab that call. She'll have it on the YouTube channel. She'll send it on Telegram. She'll send it on Facebook. And, she puts them everywhere. And you usually should get an email that tells you, hey, recording's ready or whatever.
Okay,
So,
great.
yeah, they're available.
Okay. That's all I have for now.
No problem. Thank you. All right. And the last one here, it's a phone number that I have. So go ahead.
Hi, Victor. I'm piggyback off the gentleman just before me. Now, in the back office under the training, you all used to list the recorded webinars there. You're no longer listing them there because the last 2 weeks have not been updated.
You're talking about this here, this week's recorded
the
webinar?
Yes, you usually put them like on a PDF and you can go out and listen to the different dates for that week.
Okay.
The last.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remind JC and Victoria about that. But what I'm, going to do is tell her that the next time that she talks about the calls, to go ahead and send all the links for our Telegram, Facebook, and YouTube channels. So then that
Yes, because I
way-
don't have.
Correct. That way, once you have them, you can go there and look them up.
Where can we go find those?
Well, if you go to Facebook, I don't even remember what the Facebook group's called. That when you're going to find a group, it has to be specific. But it's a 10 to Infinity group that she runs. Telegram, I don't have the phone with me, but it's the original 10 to Infinity group or something. And, if you have the Telegram app, you can be added there. And she always puts them there as well. So, but the best thing to do is just to let her know. And, she can send an email out with all those links. So then it'll be easy to find.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. Well, we're at 12:29. It was a good call today. Thank you for all the questions. You have no idea. And I love the conversation and going back and forth. There is not too much explanation because here's the deal. Many people are going to hear this call later. They might have had those questions. And now, since you asked them, they're going to get answers to it. Or some of the answers we gave might prompt other questions for them to have. So who knows? It's always good. So with that said, I appreciate everybody being here. I hope that, you have a good Saturday, good rest of the weekend, and we'll see you guys again on Tuesday on our training and opportunity call. Talk to you later, guys. Have a good day.